Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Flesh and Blood stream. Tonight, we're going to be continuing our grind of Aurora and Living Legends to see if she's up to the task for me to try and take down Battle-Hardened Columbus here in a couple weeks. One of the mainstay decks that the team and I were talking about the other night that we think I'll see quite a bit of in Columbus is going to be Lexi. People really enjoyed Lexi in the year 2023. Like, she was very popular. She was very powerful. People were really playing her quite a bit. So I am hopeful that we can get some testing in tonight. I have a couple of theories about the matchup and how it's going to play out. Zach has a couple of theories about the matchup and how it's going to play out. So we're going to be looking to try and solidify some of those thoughts tonight and just get a better idea of how we feel about the deck and the matchup in general. Also, sorry for last night. I know that midstream just cut off, the power just went out in my room. The surge flickered in just my room for some reason. So I don't know what happened. But yeah, I've unplugged some things. I've not got as many things running, so I'm hoping it's going to be a little bit better tonight. We're going to see. We're going to see what's going to happen. Yo, Wally, Ben, Caleb, John, what's up, everybody? Better than watching the polls close. I don't know if I should feel complimented by that or not, but I'm glad you're here regardless, John. I'm glad you're here regardless. This starting soon is moving slower than the clock at work. Bro, Wally, you kill me. That's hilarious, fam. That's hilarious. All right, let's hop in with Zach and see if he's ready to play some games. Yo, what's up, dude?
What's up? How are you?
I'm good. How are you, brother?
Doing well.
All right, man. Let's get it. I'm gonna make a game and shoot you the invite here real quick.
Absolutely.
All
How you
right. Been good, man. Just working and moving. Just all the stuff that comes with. I swear, man. I just keep finding boxes somewhere, dude. Just keep finding stuff we haven't unpacked yet, dude. It's so obnoxious.
You're gonna up forever just trying to get it out of boxes to where you want it to be.
Well, and that's what, honestly, I can't remember who I was telling the other day. I think Brad in my chat was telling me the other day that he said, we bought a house a year and a half ago, and he said we're still unpacking stuff.
Hey, it just happens. You never have the right place where you're like, all right, well, when we get all this unpacked, it's going to go here where these boxes are.
Yeah.
So we were talking about Aurora, the other day on Discord.
Yeah.
And the 3 blues we added for Icelander.
Yeah.
So I think Icelander may have the same problem with Aurora that she has with Lexi, how it's just kind of a lot of damage all at once.
Just too much to keep up with.
Yeah. That's what I kind of think.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. So the way I have it set up tonight, I'm running Balance, Carapace, Grasp, and Snaps into you. And I'm going to play Sink Belows instead of the blues. I want to try it like this and see if I can make it work. Part of me is debating if I go second, if I'm just supposed to bring in Crown of Dominion and cash-ins.
I mean, it doesn't seem bad.
Let's try it. Let's try it like that and see what happens. We'll play a couple games like that and kind of get a feel for it, so we can kind of see what's happening here. Too many ball lightnings causes that. It causes the power surge. Yeah, that would make sense, Michael Paul, honestly. Compliment intended. This election stuff as well would stick to Fab. John, I felt that, brother. Sorry, what were you saying?
Power just flickered?
Yeah, so last night, literally, I thought the power went out in the neighborhood. Nah, man, I opened the door. Carly's playing Call of Duty in the other room. Power just went out in my streaming room. That's it. And so, I literally felt like I had, a Monsters, Inc. moment where, I just, too many things plugged in. And so, the whole, my room just shut down. And we went to the breaker, flipped the switch, and it came right back on. So it was
you're about to become a YouTube engineer on how to fix your room,
bro. Yeah, so you should have seen me. I bought a couple more lights for the stream, for the in-person stream, because the overhead light. I think I need to buy an umbrella. But anyway, so I had 4 lights, 4 extra lights. I had the main light, the fan, my lamp, my computer. I had everything turned on in this room that I could today for an hour, trying to see if I could get it to surge again, just seeing what it was, and nothing today. So I don't know if it was a freak of nature. I don't know what happened, but I don't know. We're gonna see.
It's very odd.
Yeah,
but
it was weird, bro. It was weird. I'm still waiting for another Drew stream. I mean, dude, we can make that happen, Brad. What? We just gotta get Drew to come back on, man. Wally, we missed you too, brother. Put piles and piles of boxes in the basement and bring 1 or 2 up when we're ready. I mean, dude, so like we are actually like we just keep unpacking random stuff, dude. Like it just keeps happening, man. I think we have to be okay with keeping. So the question is, what are we going to arsenal this turn with this hand? So I can play Burn Up and Shock, throw Starfall, and then come in for 4 and or 7. I can throw Starfall and come in for 7, Arsenal, Burn Up and Shock. So it's really about, do I want to try and push Burn Up and Shock this turn, or do I want to try and make Burn Up and Shock work next turn? I think we're just going to go for the Burn Up and Shock play next turn, I think is the better option here. Because we have the ability to throw 9 and set up a powerful arsenal here. So I think we're going to try and do that.
Listen, Temptress, why do you tempt me into not blocking this?
Bro. Why isn't there an opposing hero? Hashtag Cena. Bro, I love that every time I play against Zach, this comes up. Like, I love that, like, it's been literally 15 years and the John Cena memes just don't die. Like, ever. I love it, dude. I absolutely love it.
The amount of people that will, like, before we start playing, they'll ask to chat and they'll be like, hey, man, why is it blank?
Like,
for
random people.
Second, I forget like what the deal is, and then I'm like, oh yeah, and I'm like, this is exactly why I did this.
Dude, that's amazing. Hey, Aggro, what are your first, second, and third favorite heroes? Ooh, that's a good question. So my favorite hero of all time is, man, like, Victor's getting up there. I'm not going to lie. Victor's definitely on the list, but I think my favorite hero of all time is probably going to be Dash IE. It's probably going to be Dash IE, Oldhim, and then Victor. Probably in that order, which makes it even weirder that I'm not playing Count Your Blessings Oldhim at Columbus. Makes it even weirder that I'm not playing that in Columbus. Ooh, a Frostbite already. How are we doing this? So play this. I mean, this hand's not great for what we're trying to do next turn. If I pitch the Arc Lightning, my turn is Burn Up and Shock, discharge Ball Lightning into Starfall to try and push a lot of damage and put Zach on the back foot, but it really depends on what he throws at us next turn before we can set anything up. We could pitch the Current Funnel, and then I could keep the Arc Lightning to pitch is probably a better play, because if not, we're discarding something. Yellow Winter's Bite, getting a lot of value here. Hey, what's up, Drew? I mean, I guess blocking this is, like, pretty good. Sag. He never didn't have it. Count Your Blessings Oldhim is a large percent of the reason why I'm skipping the Battle Hard entirely. I mean, I don't think it'll be that bad. Like, I don't think the deck's that bad, to be honest. I mean, yeah, I think we have to, like, our hand doesn't block except for with one more card, and we can't block anything relevant enough to stop this here. So I think we just kind of have to hang out here. Kano, Datadol to be determined. Kano and Datadol is, like, quite a swap up there. I am intrigued to hear the difference there. That's like quite a swap in hero choices there. Exclamation point SpongeBob. I don't think SpongeBob's a hero. So now our turn's, like, virtually unplayable. We can't even do this. We're still one short of being able to do this. So I could play the Burn Up and Shock, which means we're just kind of, like, prized into passing here, which feels really bad because, like, we got rid of the blue last turn. So We just kind of have to play it this way. Probably isn't that bad, but I'm in the middle of a break and just don't have the patience or willpower to deal with it. I mean, that's fair. Like, I know a lot of people who, like, there's a lot of people who, like, feel that way about, like, just the... Oh, just the way that, like people don't want to play against that, and I get it. It's tough. Storm and Dredge is what I came from. Okay, well, your deck choices actually make a lot more sense when you tell me that Storm and Dredge are your are your two choices. I mean, it's a lot of damage that we're taking here, but it doesn't appear to be any real disruption so far this turn, so we need to, like, just take this damage here. And just try to, like, set up, because we're going to need a big turn to try to get back into this game. We can pay for the Arc Lightning, or we can just discard the Discharge here. I think we're just supposed to discard the Discharge. It's probably the better play. So we're going to play both sections of Burn Open Shock. Actually, are we supposed to play this differently? I think we are. I think we're supposed to just lead on the Arc Lightning, right? Yeah, I mean, I think we're supposed to. We need to just try and get as aggressive as possible here. And then Burn Open Shock is technically 2 Arcane, 1 from the Shock, and then 1 from the Burn Up with Go Again here. 1 Prism, 2 Aurora, 3 Kano. See, I mean, like, so it's interesting to, like, see... It's interesting to see, like, a different spread of heroes and, like, all the different things that people like to play. All right, this is coming in for 3. On hit, we have the Burn Open Shock, and Arc Lightning is going to deal an extra point of damage here because of the Ball Lightning. So we deal 4, Burn Open Shock deals 5, the Arc Lightning deals 2. And then we throw the Lightning Surge because Lightning Surge actually comes in for 5 right here. And now we are down just a little bit. And we're going to hope there's, like, no crazy ice stuff this turn because we have a very powerful hand. We just need to be able to get the next turn with it is the problem here. Wait, what do we agree with Drew on? Oh, exclamation point Fang. That's what you agree with Drew on? Well, I think that kind of makes our decision for us, to be honest. So we're just going to block like this. So if I take 5, which is probably just wrong. Yeah, we're supposed to block like this. Go down to 7. And then we're going to block 4. Our hand was kind of like stifled by the channel, but we had a lot of blocking value. And so now we're just going to hope that we can block with a couple of cards here and get the next turn. If we're able to block with just 2 cards here, or maybe even just the 1, I can block 3 I can block 4 and then, like, really play into the cash in turn next turn. I think that's the only legitimate play I have here. It's also worth noting that if we don't block and then the hypothermia happens, then it happens. Or no, I'm sorry, not the hypothermia. If Rain Razors kills us if we don't block there. This is just attacks, right? Okay, so we're going to play cash in, destroying the gold. We are going to come in with Ball Lightning because it is actual go again. Hey, let's go. Carly with 30 months of Prime support. The best wife ever. Thank you, baby. I appreciate it. Hey, what's up, Lillian? How are you? I love that the Lincoln comment get used like every stream, dude. Like, I love that. So I'm only 4 months into Fab. Did buy the Icelander LL, but I think she isn't good meta with good data. What else could be good? I mean, yeah, like it's Hmm. Attacks you control can't gain go again. Okay. So we're gonna lightning press this. Put Zach down to 9 and draw a card. This is an interesting one. Sorry. I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just thinking about how we're gonna survive and try to put up some numbers. Zach's playing a lot more ice than the two people I played against so far. The two people I played against so far were playing like Blizzard and Yellow Winter's Bite, and that was the only ice interaction I saw. I mean, I guess it's possible that I was lucky enough to only see those. Is there any world that I am supposed to... Okay, so I can't give things go again, which is unfortunate. So I have to decide, do I want to throw 4? I guess 4/5 if it doesn't get blocked. I think that just has to be the play here. I would like to Arsenal a card, but I think we have to get the Ball Lightning text here and just get value out of Flittering Charge. And then we can just activate Aurora. Keep the CLV around for another turn, and then try to play into something next turn. Sounds interesting to say the least. Glad to hear you're doing well. I'm glad to hear you're doing well, Lillian. I mean, Kano just won the Battle Hardened in Osaka, actually. Just won that LL event. So it's very possible that that, like, is actually, like, just a very good pick in LL. Okay, so we block 5, because I think we need to be honest. I mean... There's no world we can ever play around that card. If we go to 2, we're able to do one thing and that's it. And so now we like literally can't do anything. Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, but there's not much I could do about it there. And then we draw 2 no blocks, which is probably going to lose us the game. Probably cost us the game when we're at 7. Yeah, the 2 Arctics were actually killer. And it's kind of funny because this is one of the things that, like, when we were having this conversation in like our team meeting the other day, we were talking about, do I want to play Sync Belows or do I want to play the other do I want to play the other 3 do I want to play Sync Belows or do I want to play the other 3 blues to try and play around this? And we had come to the conclusion that, well, I came to the conclusion that I thought it was better to play Sync Belows. Zach mentioned that he liked the blues quite a bit into Lexi. And we're really seeing where like the blues would have been beneficial for me here. Hey, what's up, Annabelle? How are you? Kano and LL is super scary. It's just a pile of draw 2. I mean, yeah, so it's just like, it's literally just like draw 2s left and right. It's just crazy. I think we're just dead here, right? Like, I don't think we can actually stop this. If we block 5, we take 2, go to 5. And then the Searing Shot actually just kills us because we have another no block. Yeah. Yep. The Hypothermia was one I was not ready for. I do have to say that. Hypothermia was one that definitely threw me for a loop.
I think all my, whatever that red 3 Frostbite card lined up pretty well.
The, Arctics?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the one turn that you threw first one you threw at me, I actually could have played that out differently if I had kept the blue, but I tried to keep the Arc Lightning, and so you having the Arctic was like super punishing for me there. But I don't know that there's a world I'm ever supposed to give up my I just don't think there's ever a world I'm supposed to give up the Arc Lightning. It just feels too powerful.
I get that. I thought you had me there for a second.
I mean, I had a couple of good turns. It's funny because I think that the actual like power level of Aurora is more aggressive than Lexi.
Mm-hmm.
But your disruption can just be really bad. Like opening on channel like makes my hand really awkward here. There's just some things like that that are really good.
This list that I kind of like went off of ran Chilling Ice Veins, and I switched them out for a Sedation Shot.
Okay. That's fair. I mean, it gives you more like overall like things to do, I guess. Kano is one of the past 2 LL Battle Hardens. Has it really?
That's
Kano
crazy.
Yeah, I did not know that, to be honest. Kano is stupid with 15 draw card and 3 redraws. I mean, yeah, so you have to pitch stack into Oldhim that's playing Count Your Blessings, and the Oldhim deck is playing Count Your Blessings, and it's playing Oasis Respite, so you have to learn to stack that one.
How unfun does that sound?
I mean, yeah, that sounds terrible. I'm going to be honest, this is one of those cards that I really don't care about that much. I only gave you the equipment on the first one because it was kind of like a why not looking at it. Yo, what's up, Trent? Dude, my internet goes out one night and I get a message that says I'm actually online. Bro, no, get out of here, fam. No, sir. No. Okay, so ironically, this is actually not bad for us because all of our stuff has go again, which is really good. So this actually lines up pretty well for us to be able to like just play out a normal hand of what we're looking for here. So, and plus our hand lines up against the inertia pretty well also. So we get to have a lot of like raw damage here. I should have let on the ball lightning. That was actually a mistake, because we missed out on 1 point from the burn up and shock. We would have gotten 1 extra point from that. And if we have a turn where we put Zach down to 1, then we'll know that that was a horrible, horrible mistake. So Zach's at 14 now. This is a hand if I've ever seen one. Licks is scary because it can both aggro and disrupt your turns. What is Licks? I'm not sure what you mean, Lillian. Time to break out Icelander, Count Your Blessings. Jesus. Would that even be good, to be honest?
Sounds like cancer.
It does sound like cancer.
I played some Icelander the other day, and man, did it feel good.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Icelander's a lot of fun to play, and I think it picks on like some of the aggro decks in certain cases, but like, man, like, I don't know.
It was very fun to play.
Oh, Lexi's good because it can disrupt and it's just pure race. Yeah. I mean, that's always what made Lexi so good, right? Is that like she was able to disrupt people while applying absurd amounts of damage. Okay, so the first Bolton shot doesn't matter, right? Because, like, he can't reload.
Without loading.
What'd you say, buddy?
One. So I probably should have just shot the first one without loading another one, but I muffed that up.
I mean, I don't know that I want to block this out anyway. So here's my thought process, guys. I can block 7 with 2 cards and 1 piece of equipment to deny him the reload here, and then we can throw 4 on our turn, and then we can arsenal a power card, the one that I'm hovering over. Or we can say no blocks and give Zach 2 more arrows, 3 if he has the go again. And like, let's just be honest here. If Zach has 3 arrows he's going to throw at us, like, that is extremely bad for us. I think we're supposed to try and deny him some value here. Plus, like, I don't know, like, our hand's, like, potentially good, but we don't know because it's 2 unknown cards coming in, so... Brad said, I never said it would be good. Oh, isn't this the same thing? Basically?
It is. Since I have nothing in my arsenal, it'll reload if it hits.
All right. Well, we're not going to try and deny him this one. I mean, this it is what it is. We blocked the last one. I technically can block this one, but I want to set up an arsenal here, and I think setting up the cash in our arsenal is just too powerful.
Oh, you remember that arrow you said didn't matter?
Lol, you about to hit me with it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just gonna play that shit then. Like, I think Starvo is in a fine place with all the attack hits. I mean, I could see like Starvo doesn't seem like he's in a bad spot in the metagame. Yeah, I mean, we have snaps, we have everything we want. We're just gonna go to 18, and it is funny that like literally less than 5 minutes ago, like if my life were a movie, this is where it would like cut back to me saying that arrow doesn't matter. Now we're forced to play the cash in, which could be okay. It really just depends on how this lines up. Turns out this is hot dog water. But, I mean, we still have the ability to throw 10/11 at Zach. We're forced to use snaps this turn, but I think that's okay. This is, like, just a race, so we're just trying to run him over here. Stop by for a while. It was nice meeting you at the PQ in Hendersonville. Yo, Sloth, what's up, man? Dude, no worries about not being able to come by, brother. I completely understand. I appreciate you hanging out tonight. And I don't remember you based off of your name here. I'm going to be honest. I apologize. If you tell me your name, I might be able to remember you. I have a bad time connecting people's usernames and who they are in real life. But dude, I appreciate you coming by, and I have no doubt that it was nice meeting you as well. I very rarely, and by very rarely, I mean like almost never have I had a bad experience meeting someone that plays Flesh and Blood, to be honest. So this hand could be good, just depends on what Zach does. Well, Frostbite makes this more interesting. Just activate Waning Moon off the instance. No one will notice. Lol. I'm going to force myself to play the Battle Hardened. I'm not going to play a real deck. Why, Brad? I mean, you should play a real deck, man. Like, honestly, like, I mean, listen, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but like, as your friend, man, you should play a real deck. Like, and if you want, dude, like, hop on the Aurora train with me and like, let's prep and let's practice together, dude. I'm here for it. We had an inertia token. We couldn't arsenal anything, Sam, unfortunately, or I would have. I was the Aurora. Oh, the Aurora player that I saw the first weekend, and then also in Hendersonville this past at both the first and the last ProQuest. All right, so he named Go Again, which means this is either Codex or it's another the 0 for 4 thing. The Frostbites, whatever it's called. Okay, thank God it's Codex. What did he get? A Searing Shot? Okay, how does this turn look for us? Okay, let's think about this for just a second. If I discard Electrostatic Discharge, I can go Ravenous Rabble for hopefully 3 from Arsenal. And then pitching the blue Ball Lightning, I would take 5 down to 7. Ravenous Rabble for 3 does technically force Tunic or New Horizon here. Probably Tunic. Actually, probably Zach just gives us a card. And then we have nothing floating, but we have an E-Strike and we have 1 card in hand. So we actually possess the ability to just throw the E-Strike here. So that lets us have a 10-point turn. If it's a red, if it's a blue, it's a 8-point turn, which is still forcing minimum 2 cards out of Zach's hand. I think that's the best play we have. And it's really between, do we want to keep Shockwave or Discharge in our deck? And I think we're better off to keep the... This is the 3rd Frostbite, right? Yeah, okay. I think we're better off to keep the Shockwave in our deck here. I think we're better off. Yeah, the inertia token got the best of us there, Sam. I would have loved to have been able to arsenal something there. Dude, you could play Berserk Rhinar. You could. That is like a real thing you could do. It is for 3, thank God. That being for 1 would have felt real bad there. I'll see what all we have available after the two of us decide what to do. I'll play whatever deck wants to lend me. Dude, listen, Brad, if you need cards, there are a number of people that I am good friends with that have a lot of cards. And if you want to play something, I will vouch for them and I will get you a deck to play if you need something to play. That if I'm going to be at a tournament and like we are close, I will lend you any cards that I can. And if I know someone who has them to lend out, I will vouch for you because I have no problem like learning who my real friends are over some cardboard. So the best thing we can do is break the chain. Gets rid of Zach's arsenal. And then we get to come in for 7, which was a frost lock. So Zach probably didn't care anyway, but still. Locals, LOL. That's why I'm picking on him the way I am. Listen, I'm here for it, man. I'm here for picking on your friends. Friendships are forged in the fire. Polls are in. Prism sweeps the nation. LOL. Listen, I know a lot of people who, you know, would vote for Prism over over the 2 leading candidates we had to choose from. So, oh man, yeah, Carly and I actually went early voted a while back. So, dude, miss me with this dog shit. Look at Zach over here. He's like, oh, I'm playing all the good cards. Dude, none of these Talishar randoms were playing this nonsense. What are you doing?
Again. Yellow Winter's Bite is so good.
Dude, Yellow Winter's Bite was like the tech that nobody was ready for. Like, during, like, last year.
It always felt so good when you played a blue one and they just pitched a red or discarded a card and you're like,
dude,
you ain't ready for the second half.
Bro, like, that was, like, literally, like, the got him moment, dude. It was amazing. News just in, good cards are good. I'm pretty surprised that Zach said no blocks here.
There was nothing I could do. I had 2/2 blocks.
Yeah, the writing was on the wall. So yeah, you give me 2/2 blocks there, and then I throw the snatch, and you give me your last 2 cards, and then I arsenal with a go again attack. Yeah, I was gonna draw into double arc lightning next turn.
Yeah, I didn't see a 3 of a kind, and that may be the difference in this game.
So you didn't see a 3 of a kind. You played the hypothermia, did virtually nothing.
Yeah,
and you didn't play.
Not very efficient.
That's true. Yeah, the play with snaps was not that great. And then, or no, you did play with 3 of a kind this game. You played it on like turn 2, remember? Because your Rain Razor's 3 of a kind, I blocked with the double burn up and shock. I think the biggest difference in this game from like what I saw so far was that you did not really disrupt me a lot. So, like, if you look, the ice quake you played that gave me frostbites, I had a blue 4, so it didn't matter, and it still enabled me to throw 10 at you. The channel lake, I took a turn off, which was fine because it was like my first turn anyway, and then the yellow winner's bite was like kind of like a desperation winner's bite at the end of the game.
Yeah, I really wish I'd have been able to hold on to the other winner's bite I had to maybe get you with 2 cards. But
yeah, that would have been good. Let's try that one more time.
Yeah.
Let's try it like this one more time, and then I want to try... I mean, I just kind of want to like board a few different ways and see what feels good tonight. Yo, what just happened to my mouse? I hate when I do this, bro. I can't tell if this is... I can never tell. Dude, this is crazy. I think this is how I use my mouse normally. So chat, there's a button on my mouse that like, if you like click it, it changes my mouse speed, and I don't even know why it exists. It's the dumbest button in the world, and I hate it. Hate it. So we're gonna come in for 1. This is not suspicious at all as we stare at him. Also, guys, if for some reason like it seems like I'm not reading chat or something, or I'm missing messages, please let me know. I bring that up because like there has been I don't know, like Restream is being weird today, and like it looks like chat is working and I can see everything, but like sometimes it seems like I can't. So just please, if it seems like I'm missing messages, I promise it's not on purpose. I'm not ignoring you. Just please let me know. Yeah, so we get to push 7 points here. We did get a card out of Zach's hand, and we're gonna arsenal a power card here and really set up for next turn. We're gonna hope that Zach doesn't have something like an Arctic Incarceration here to like really blow us out, but I mean, yeah, we can't block this effectively. So we're just going to take 7. I assume this is going to be either 2 arrows and a Arctic, or it's going to be 3 arrows this turn. It really just depends. Okay, so it's going to be 3 arrows. All right, so the sedation shot, we just take 5. That's fine. There's some temptation to try playing something I've never played again. That's the one thing encouraging me to maybe play in the Battle Hardened. So what would be the one thing you've never played that you would play? Like, talk to me. What does that look like for you, Brad? It's for mouse sensitivity and a perfectly good button. You need different layouts for different games. Dude, what? I did not know that that was like a real thing. That like people actually use that for like different things. But that is good to know. That is good to know. All right, so this... Oh, wait, we got to back up here. So Channel Lightning Valley. Arc Lightning. See if we can get Zach to bite here, because if Zach's willing to pitch cards at this point, I think that's a major W for us. It's like I imagine the answer to that is no. And then the best part is we have the cash in. So, like, this is actually just insane. And now we have to decide how insane we want this to be. So I think we're supposed to lead here, right? Like, just leading here seems good. Use the embodiment effectively for us. There's a lot of decks I've never played, and a lot of them were the best decks in the game at one point or another. It's actually kind of funny because I was talking to Nathaniel about this the other day. You know, there's been few times that, like, our group has ever played best deck in the format. Like, it doesn't happen very regularly, I feel like, but it does happen sometimes. So it's funny to see when that happens. All right, so Arc Lightning, because of the inertia token, we're just going to run out the other one too. Like, I had not planned on playing the second one, but we drew it, so we're going to play it. And that it's going to be Arcanic Shockwave fusing. So this is going to be 4 go again. This is also nice because it means we get to save our snaps, which is pretty cool. This puts Zach down to 21 if he takes both sets of Arcane. It is crazy how aggressive this deck is. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Sorry.
It is, even off like that small hand, like it's such a good turnaround just because of cash in.
Yeah, like there's just, I don't know, man. Like the deck is just like crazy aggressive. Like somehow they find ways to print new heroes and like just make them like more aggressive. Now, to be fair, like I don't think this deck's as broken as like Zen was or anything like that, but
no. You can tell they're just kind of wanting to push everything to like very being class specific or talent specific to be able to get to your power thing.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Oh, Annabelle said play Acilio. Playing Acilio would be fun.
It is kind of...
I mean, you get a lot of broken stuff you can do in LL with Acilio.
I think I am going to bring some spice on Friday.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm deciding if I'm gonna be there or not. There's a poker night at Mason's Brothers. So
wait, I may have something going on this Friday. No, genuinely, because I want to say he asked me about that, and then I told him I wasn't sure, and I think it was for a reason. And I think I'm just forgetting that reason.
I do that quite a bit. I do that sometimes.
Listen,
what's game?
You can stop this turn anytime.
You gave me an inertia token. I would have probably stopped and saved the Arc Lightning, okay? Like, it's crazy how good playing 2 Arc Lightnings in one turn actually is.
So much damage.
It is a non-zero number of damage. Poker? I hardly know her. Oh, I love that. That's great. I actually really like that trend. I think Aurora is more busted than Zen because she's less fragile. I don't know if I buy into that one. I don't know. That's a hard one. That's a hard one for me to swallow, Annabelle. I won't lie. That's tough. What scares me the most is a lot of the new aggro decks also have a lot of armor. Yeah, it's all somebody posted a video like a month or so ago talking about how frustrating it is to try and play like Katsu in the current meta because of that. So I get that. I really don't want to give up a card here because I think we can try to end the game. So we have to go to 11, and then we take 5 down to 6, and Zach still gets an arsenal. I think we're just going to go down to 6 here. Our hand's just like kind of like dummy broken. Plus Zach has no arcane barrier now, which really lines up for us because of the burn open shock. So we draw a card. Wow. I mean, yeah, like we're just gonna do it. We're gonna lull send it. Or is it better to keep the CLV around for another turn? Sorry, hang on. So it would be activate. So it would be Entwine Lightning, fuse with the current funnel, and then it would be Starfall, activate Grasp, throw or pitch current funnel to activate Aurora, and then Arsenal. Now, we need to take as many cards out of Zach's hand as we can this turn, so playing this is just better because it's more damage, it's more efficiency, and we're having more opportunities to push the burn up and shock hit, which is really good. Just push. Yeah, I mean, I think just sending it here on this turn is actually very good. Like, we get a lot of value here. They do both run instants, but she does run more 3 blocks to your right. But Zen's fridge is grody. I mean, so that's like what separates Zen, in my opinion, is that his fridge is just absolutely absurd. Yeah, I'm just gonna break the combat chain, and then we get to throw this with go again because of the current funnel. But yeah, I think Zen's fridge is what made him actually insane. I'm saying that as a new player, so I'm biased. I can appreciate the honesty, Annabelle, from your statement of you don't want to play against Aurora because you're a new player. Oh, that's funny. It's funny stuff. We're going to reveal the current funnel, forcing 2 cards from Zach's hand, and then we're going to force the last card from his hand, and then we're going to activate Aurora here. Hey, Adams, what's up, dude? How are you, buddy? Aurora has some dummy thick hands. She does. She does. Zach, you missed it last night with all of the, we had a lot of the, I don't, like, it's not even, like, I guess, like, Gen Z talk going on.
Oh, yeah?
It was a vibe last night. It was a whole thing. Like, it got out of hand. I had no idea what we were even talking about at a certain point.
Listen. If I ever hear some of that terminology in person, I will never look at somebody ever the same again.
Bro, like, you should have heard it last night. Like, I said, like, I think I said, like, skibbity toilet riz or something, like, just being funny. And then, like, it turned into a whole thing. Like, it turned into a whole thing after that. People were like, oh, ha, 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 like, Alpha Sigma, and, like, just, like, all this nonsense. And at a certain point, I was like, guys, I need you to know that, like, I said one thing, and I did not know what I was starting. I was like, I'm so lost at this point. So it is both sides of burn up and shock to put Zach down to 7. It is put this on the bottom to draw a card. Zach blocks. We somersault the E-Strike back to our hand. And then we're going to go 7 because we know that we get the on-hit effect. Even if Zach blocks 6. Oh, so Zach's just dead. He takes this down to 4, and then the burn-up kills him from there. All right, so again, we played another game where Zach's disruption was just non-existent. We're like playing a 4 to 5 turn game, and we're able to close it out when Zach does not have disruption. How long are you good to play for, Zach?
Oh, we can keep playing.
Okay, I didn't know like if you had like a time or something you needed to cut off or something like that.
I'll be around 9ish.
Okay.
Whatever.
Let's full rematch so we can try this differently.
Do you want to go first or second?
Would you pick to go first or second in this matchup? I assume second.
Yeah, I guess second because I can just double load and then.
All right, we'll do that. So when you go second, I want to run balance, carapace, grasp, and snaps, and we're going to run sinks. That's how we're going to sideboard this time around. Also, guys, by the way, if you have not seen the tech and LL for like Chain and some other decks, Vaporize and Shock is absolutely nuts, by the way. Absolutely nuts. But we're going to try it like this and see what happens, because there's a world that like we can still race stack. We're trying it without the extra blues to see if we need them. Into Icelander, we sideboard in 3 extra blues to make sure that we have the blue count we want. But I think against Lexi, I want to try racing and seeing how it goes. Zach looks like the adult version of the Rizzler. So who is the Rizzler and why am I hearing this term? I heard this the other day. Somebody was talking about this the other day, and like I do not know what that means. Huh?
Who said that?
Trent says I look like the adult version of the Rizzler.
That is the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Oh, that's nice. That's cool. Cool. No doubt. No doubt.
The only reason I know who this is because I've seen it on, I don't know, whatever social media platform you want to insert. And he is very goofy looking kid.
Great. That's promising.
It's hilarious. He's definitely, I guess, like everybody's favorite. One of the, what are those dudes? There's like a family and they make videos.
Yeah, it's called like Here Comes the Boom or something like that. They were on the Jimmy Fallon show the other night, and I gotta tell you, man, Jimmy Fallon looks so done with their shit, dude.
Yeah,
so like,
so
people know who this Rizzler person is. Riz plus Riddler, I assume. I mean, it would make sense. What's the lifeline on Count Your Blessings? I mean, Dale, I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't think it's gonna get banned, brother. I don't think it's gonna get banned. I don't think that's the world we're living in. I do not think it's going to get banned. I think High Octane, Brian Gottlieb pretty much all but confirmed High Octane is gone on Monday, but I don't think it is going to. I don't think it's going to get banned. I don't think Count Your Blessings is going to get banned.
Do it.
What'd you say?
I said break snaps, turn 0, dude.
Oh, bro, get out of here. You've lost your mind. We're going to Arsenal this and then try to play for next turn. We'll see what we can come up with here. They're the Costco guys? Like, they own Costco?
Yeah, that's what it's called. That's what it's called. That's it. Yep. 100%.
They own Costco?
No. I think it's just like they enjoy Costco like a fun.
Oh, okay. That's a weird thing to be known for. I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Costco, but like, that's weird, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it is a weird like situation, but I guess it's like a fad.
How do you feel some people coming for Sinks or Fates as enemy number 1? So when you say some people and enemy number 1, are you referring to Nathan Crawford talking about how how there's so many generic defensive tools and aggro decks have been at a like they've been shot in the foot ever since like they got rid of you know what I'm saying. You guys know what I'm saying. Belittle.
I feel like they do. I don't know. I feel like it's just always such an unfun experience when you get ran down by an aggro deck. That's what they seem to focus on not wanting to happen.
I agree.
Or the community like reacts very loudly to whenever that's a problem.
Yeah, no, for sure. They definitely do. So we're gonna sink. I think we're gonna put the right on the bottom. Jesus, what a draw. Well, he played one and pitched one, so we're gonna crack it now.
Yeah, I had both of them in the first hand, and I've
I'm
seen two codexes that I
yeah, that's
didn't
weird,
play.
dude. Yeah, speaking of drawing sync below, right? I mean, yeah, I think that sync belows, like all the 0 for 4 defense reactions, are a necessary piece of the game. I think what Nathan was trying to say, if that is what you mean, Trent, is that like aggro decks are like underrepresented in like a generic tech sense, and I think that is that way because James and LSS spend so much, so much of a set is dedicated to making like aggro decks viable that you don't need as many tech cards for a lot of situations like that. And I think that's kind of the thought process behind it, in my opinion. But I don't think the 0 for 4 defense reactions are bad. I agree with like you, Brad, Lillian, like Annabelle. Like I think that like the 0 for 4 defense reactions are extremely good and a very fair part of the game. Sorry, I know I'm like ranting over here instead of playing the game.
You're good. Take your time.
So we're gonna come in for 7 go again, and this is a pretty good way to like see how Zach's gonna play out the turn, because he's pretty much required to give up 3 cards here if he wants to stop me from drawing off CLV. And considering that I have 3 more cards in hand, I don't think that's going to be the case, but we'll see. We'll see. So he says no blocks. We're going to flash in the other CLV. Value Town Population us. Okay. Hear me out. We can go Starfall into activate Aurora. Keep both of them around Arsenal Sink Below, which is insanely powerful. We also have the ability to just throw like what? It's 3/4 and then 7/8. We could go Ball Lightning, pitch the Lightning Press to keep one of them around, and then throw the Flittering Charge. I think that's actually a better play. Yeah, I think that's a better play. Keeping one of the CLVs around is important. I think keeping them both around is where we start to fluctuate between the difference in keeping resources around to have explosive turns versus actually just playing the explosive turns and trying to have good hands. Because we get to go up 15 points here, and we get to keep one of the CLVs and set up a good defense reaction here. So
when I was playing that Icelander earlier, they gave me Frostbites where I was able to keep 2 channel CLVs around for 2 turns.
That's insane. So you had 2 of them that had 2 counters on it?
Yeah, and where I would just like throw a attack with all the stuff going on, they would hit because they wouldn't really want to block it, and then I would draw cards, pitch to Aurora, and then I would keep them around for that, and then I finally got a turn to do something. It was wild.
That's crazy, dude. So I think we will see more 4-block cards over new defense reactions. I also think we will see a 4-block card that you can use from Arsenal. So they kind of experimented with that a little bit, right? When they gave us that like Tiger Eye Reflex card that has Ambush. So like a 4-block card with Ambush, I think could be very good. That has no effect, but it lets you just block for 4 from Arsenal. I think it'd be really good. If they do something like that, they're starting to make cards like Command and Conquer worse, which I think is probably worse for them over the course of the game than it is anything else. If I had to like say something there. We're gonna put one of our blues in the bottom. We don't need both of these blues. So plus we're gonna deny Zach the easy 6-card hand target. We draw into a good card. And this way, if Zach still plays Arctic on us, we still have a good play to play around it here. 2 channel legs for 2 turns is absurd. Everyone says 0 for 3 is the average, but it's now aggro decks can go so over that 0 for 4 as many cards as possible is required defensively. I actually really agree with that. Pure Disruptive free mid-range has not been allowed to be a real deck in the game in any meta except heavy hitters. Yeah, no, I agree. Aggro's fine. I agree. Like I think the concept of 0 for 4 defense reactions being too good is a little crazy to me. Like, I am, I think Nathan is actually streaming sometime soon. It may be tonight, I don't know. He's streaming sometime soon, but I'm curious to see, because it's called aggro versus mid-range, and I'm actually very curious to see like what.
I think it's usually on Wednesday nights. I could be
Is
wrong.
it Wednesday? It could be. It could be. Actually, you know what? I end up watching his stream a lot of times, and I don't stream on Wednesday, so you're probably correct.
I think the only reason I remember is like my Monday is when I go back to work, so I think that's when it is.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yo, Goblin, what's up, brother? Teklo is so god awful because even though armor is goated for 4 to 5, I mean, yeah, it costs too much, right? Like its cost is outrageous, and that's the problem there. I think it's a fair trade-off being better into CNC, but you can't use it as a reaction. Oh, so you're forced to block with it up front? Okay, I mean, that's fair. I get that. I get what you're saying. That makes sense, Lillian. That's just why I always Arsenal down and dirty. Trent's living in 2040 over here, bro. That's why he always Arsenal's down and dirty. Trent seems like someone who likes to get down and dirty. He knows what I'm saying. He knows what's up. We have technically